Hello and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to automatically update Airtable from a CSV URL. So in order to do this, we are going to use the data fetcher extension, which simplifies the task of importing external data into your Airtable base. So we're going to learn how to connect a CSV file, map its columns to Airtable fields, and set up automatic updates so that your base remains current with the latest data from the CSV. So this method is particularly useful for keeping dynamic data, such as inventory or pricing information, up to date without manual intervention. So in order to begin, we want to go ahead and prep our Airtable base. So I'm going to delete these 3 fields, but I will leave the name field in here. You can also give your table a title. I'm going to leave it as table 1 for the time being. And then we're going to open up our extensions option here. Select add an extension, and up in this top right-hand search bar, we're going to search for data fetcher, just like so. Select add and select add extension. So we'll arrive to the following screen, and this is where we can either create a free data fetcher account or we can simply continue with Google. Now it's time to import our data. So select the create your first request button and the following screen will load. Under application, we want to select custom, and now we're going to go ahead and add in our method. So from this drop-down menu, you want for this to read get, and then for the URL, I'm going to be using a CSV URL for a UK government open data file, but of course this is where you would input your CSV URL. Now we're going to rename this request. So I'm going to title this as fetch CSV URL, just like so. And then for the output table and view, we want for this to be titled as our table name and then also the grid view. Then we're going to select save and run in the bottom right-hand corner. Select continue. And now we will arrive at the response field mapping screen. This screen allows you to configure how data from the CSV file maps to fields in your Airtable base. So for each column in the CSV, decide if it should be included by toggling the selection next to the column name, just like so. You can just flick that on and off, and you can see that's turned back on with the tick next to it. You also have these options here if you want to do that more quickly, just like so. Now you have the option to map each selected column to an existing field, or you can map it down to a new field and then give this a title, or it comes with one preloaded already for you. And if your data has a unique ID field, Data Fetcher can use this to merge CSV rows with existing records. So in order to do this, click the sidebar icon up here in the top left-hand corner, just like so, and the advanced settings will pop up. Open this and you will see this option update based on fields. So as an example here, we do need to have a unique ID field. So for example, if you had something in yours like unit and then also something like name, we can merge the response records with the existing records in the output table. Then we'll go ahead and select save and run in the bottom right-hand corner. And as you can see, these fields are now being created. Select show output table. So now we'll arrive back to our Airtable base, and as you can see, all of that information has been imported from that CSV URL. So at the moment, you would have to run this request to import the CSV URL rows to Airtable manually. However, we can use Data Fetcher's schedule feature to automatically update Airtable from the CSV URL, even when you are not logged into Airtable or do not have Data Fetcher open. So in order to do this, we want to open up that extensions option again, and as you can see, this opens up automatically back to that request that we have already created. So we'll open this up, and now we'll scroll down until we see this schedule option. Now you will only see this if you have already upgraded to a paid Data Fetcher account. So if you haven't yet done that, I really recommend that you do, because having these schedule and trigger options allows you to keep all of your records updated in your Airtable base automatically without you having to do a thing. So once you have upgraded to a paid Data Fetcher account, you can now come back and you'll see these options like so. Then make sure you have selected the schedule tab, and then we're going to select authorize. Select I understand, let's authorize, and the following pop-up will appear. This is where Data Fetcher is requesting Airtable access. So select add a base, and I would suggest selecting all current and future bases in all current and future workspaces so that you only ever have to do this once. Then select grant access, and as you can see, that turns the schedule this request option on. Now you can decide how frequently you would like for this request to run and even on which days. Then we'll select save in the bottom right-hand corner, and you can close this window over. So hopefully today you have learned how to automatically update Airtable from a CSV URL. But if you do have any questions, you can always reach out to us here at datafetcher.com, where we do also have a full-length blog on this exact topic for you to learn that way as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn today. I really hope you have a good one.